Okay guys, today I'm going to show you how to make pulled pork sandwiches. What you're going to need to buy is a pork shoulder roast, coleslaw kit, pickles and onions, and Carolina barbecue sauce. This sauce is going to pair nicely with the pork sandwich. You're going to want to buy a deep foil pan to use whenever you wrap the pork. Unwrap the pork shoulders and pat them dry. Go ahead and light your fire, and I'm using post oak barbecue wood. You also want to make sure that your temperature goes up to 275 degrees. Next, you're going to want to rub your pork butts with your favorite seasoning. I am using the HEB Sweet Heat as well as the barbecue rub from Franklin's Barbecue Joint in Austin, Texas. Just to try two different kinds and see how it comes out. Once you season your pork butts, let them sit out for about 30 minutes before you put them on the smoker. Now you're ready to go ahead and put your pork butts on the smoker, and you're going to cook them at 275 degrees. Make sure you maintain your fire, and having coals that look like this is going to be great. After about every hour, spray the pork butt down with your favorite liquid. I'm using water. And also make sure that you keep a water pan in the cooking chamber to help keep moisture inside the pit. So once the temperature of the pork butt reaches about 165 degrees, it's time for you to wrap them. You're going to want to make sure that you wrap the pork butts in a deep foil pan. And this is going to help keep them moist as you finish the cook. You're also going to want to look for a dark bark. This is a sign that you've put a lot of smoke flavor into the pork butts, and this is usually achieved after cooking at 275 for about 4 to 5 hours. Alright, so at this time I'm going to go ahead and pull these pork butts off of the smoker and bring them inside to wrap them in a pan with foil. Alright, so this deep pan is going to allow the pork butt to basically finish cooking, but we want to keep it in the pan because it's going to actually lock in all of these juices and flavors that we're going to really need whenever it's time to shred the pork. Let me show you how I do that. Alright, so first I'm going to pour in about a cup of orange juice. You can use whatever juice you want. Next, go ahead and spoon some butter on top of the pork. That's going to melt and make it really, really juicy. I'm using just like some salted butter, so use whatever kind of butter you want. But I would probably avoid using flavored butters because you don't want it to mess up the flavor that you've already put in there. Alright, next go ahead and sprinkle some brown sugar on top of the pork butt. The brown sugar is going to add a lot of really great sweet flavor to the pulled pork. Yo, no lie, this looks so damn good. I was like freaking out because I was probably trying to eat this just the way that it looked right there. But now you're ready to go ahead and cover it with foil, and you're actually going to return this to the pit and continue cooking at 275 degrees until the internal temperature of the pork butts reaches 205 degrees. Alright, so at this time you're going to go ahead and take the foil pans off of the smoker, and you're going to want to let it rest for at least 2 to 4 hours. In my experience, you cannot rush good barbecue, so just be patient. Let it sit there wrapped up for at least 4 hours. I found that the longer that you rest your barbecue, the more juicy and tender that it's going to be. Trust me, because I remember this last time I got too anxious, and I unwrapped it only after about 2 hours, and it wasn't as good as it normally was. So trust me, let it rest for like 4 hours. Thank me later, it's gonna be so tender and juicy because it allows the meat to rest and then absorb all those juices. Look how amazing that looks. So next you're gonna go ahead and pull out the bone. The bone is in the side of the pork butt. You're gonna notice that if it's cooked properly and tender, that bone is just gonna slide right out and it's not gonna have any meat on it. That's really the key to knowing if your pork butt is cooked correctly. So as you can see, that bone just comes right out easily with no meat. Alright, so look at the colors. So you got that dark bark on the outside, the smoke ring on the inside. It's just tender and delicious. So there's two different parts of the pork butt that you want to get. One is the front slab on the front, like middle. It's called the money muscle. Save that for yourself. Also, there's some really good meat right next to the bone. So save that for your sandwich and then shred everything else and give it to your friends and family. Alright, so use your fingers or utensils or claws, whatever you want to use, and shred all this up. As you shred the pork, make sure that you mix it around and all those juices at the bottom, because the pork's gonna absorb all those juices as it rests, and all those juices are gonna give it amazing flavor. You can also add a little bit more of your seasoning rub if you want, but that's usually what I do. Alright y'all, the pulled pork is ready, and so we are ready to go ahead and whip up some delicious pulled pork sandwiches. Let me show you how I do that. Alright, so go ahead and toast your buttered bun and add you a big, nice, healthy serving of pulled pork. Then you're gonna top it with some thinly sliced onions. Then go ahead and add some sliced pickles too. Alright, so next you're going to want to make your coleslaw blend. This is the HEB pickled coleslaw, and it's really, really good. So don't forget to add this stuff. Alright, so the final step is to go ahead and add your Carolina barbecue sauce, and you are ready to go. Okay guys, this is your finished product. This is your smoked pulled pork sandwich. Y'all, this is so good. You are gonna absolutely love it. Okay, so go ahead and give this a try. This is by far the best tasting sandwich I've made in my barbecuing experience. Great flavor, great balance, great ingredients. So remember, get out there and give it a try. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Texas Cooking with Charlie Mackay, and use the hashtag CharlieMackCooking. Peace out, everybody.